Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivara Hari Jaya Girivara Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivara Hari Jaya Girivara Hari Yasaranandana Jaya Prajajanandana Yasaranandana Prajajanandana Munachira Panachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Munachira Panachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivara Hari Jaya Girivara Hari Gopijana Vallabha Jai Ho Girivara Dhari Jai Girivara Dhari Yasuranandana Rajajanandana Yasuranandana Rajajanandana Munachira Vanachari Jai Ho Kunja Bhihari Jaya Kunja Bhihari Munachira Vanachari Jayo Kunja Bhihari Jaya Kunja Bhihari Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bhihari Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bhihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord, pray. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hello. Kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Vivo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh! Haribo! Hey! Haribo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Go friend. Hey! Jai Shri Ram! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, hey. Oh. Amen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Holy name. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Oh Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey! Mahamantra. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Bolo Hare. Hey, hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hey! Kirtan! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Chant this! Chant this! Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Wow! Kirtan! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Wow! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Kirtan! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Wow! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Moro Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Moro Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Moro Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Guru Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Gaurari. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Gaurari. Guru Nitai Gauranga Jai, Gaurari. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Go, go, go. Nityananda, 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 Ram, Ram, Ram. Go, 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 Hare. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Ram. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Ram. Acharya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Kirtan. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Can't dance, can't dance. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Kirtan forever. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama oh Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Go, go. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Dance, 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 dance. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Kirtan. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dance, 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 dance. Hey, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, dance, 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 dance. Okay, here we go. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Go, 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 go. Woo! Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Rupa, Rupa, Rupa. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Rupa, Rupa, Rupa. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Rupa, Rupa, Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Rupa, Rupa, Prabhupada. Oh, Premanandi! Setanado, Premanandi! Nitai, go! Premanandi! Jai Om Ishtipad Paramahansa, Acharya, Oshtatara Maharaj, Divine Grace, ISKCON Founder Acharya, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Ishtipad Paramahansa, Acharya, Srimad, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Kori Vaishnava Vrinda Ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Gopinath, Shamakund, Radhakund, Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Bhajabhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki, Gudipar Pradam Ki, Gangi Mudamai Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Tulsi Maharani Ki, ISKCON BCEC Founder Acharya, save the whole world, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Taigo Premanandi. Glory to the assembled devotees, glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. So there are some personalities in ISKCON and in the world today who don't need an introduction, and one of them is his name is Indradyumna Swami Maharaj. These are disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are Maharaj is one of the prominent disciples of his Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is carrying the victory torch of the parampara all around the world. Maharaj's introduction, when Vidura met Maitreya, Vidura said to Maitreya, Anugrahayaiva charanti nunam bhutani bhavyani janardanasya. These devotees of Lord Janardan, they travel all around the world to give anugraha, to give mercy to everyone. So Maharaj is known for his travels, his preaching, and his example. Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj. So Maharaj joined the movement in 1971 in Detroit, Michigan, and the same year Maharaj got initiation by Srila Prabhupada, and his brahmachari name in those days was Indradyumna Das. Soon after that, he went to Europe to help establish Krishna conscious centers in France, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. In 1979, when he was 29 years of age, he took a vow of lifelong dedication to missionary activities as a celibate monk, entering the renounced order of sannyas as Indradyumna Swami. In the early 1980s, he served as the temple president at the new Mayapur Shetu temple and farm in France. In 1986, he began preaching in Eastern Europe and Russia. He continues to oversee the development of the movement there as well as giving guidance to the devotees. Among other international destinations, in 2001, he headed up a Food for Life's international relief effort to provide hot meals to 250,000 tsunami survivors in Sri Lanka. Maharaj has been involved in coordinating the annual Festival of India tour in Poland since 1990. The festivals seek to introduce people to India's ancient cultural traditions through a feast of entertainment and education involving classical Indian dance, performances, theatre, and presentation on Vedic texts as Bhagavad Gita. The events are attended by more than 5,000 to 10,000 people at a time. The tour made a successful debut as the Discover India tour in USA in the fall of 2017. Since 1996, Maharaj has been conducting the Polish Festival of India with his team and has participated in the Woodstock Free Music Festival organized over the first weekend in August each year by the Great Orchestra of Christian Charity. Dubbed Europe's largest annual open-air event, Woodstock is attended by over 300,000 people each year. Each year, Maharaj goes around the globe teaching the message of Bhagavad Gita and introducing people to Kirtan, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Maharaj's regular diary entries, which are known as the diary of a traveling monk, they're available online. Maharaj, there is so much. I'll just finish this. My mobile, Maharaj can take my heart also like this, not just my mobile. Thank you. Let us welcome His Holiness Indradyumna Swami Maharaj at ISKCON BCEC by loudly once chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So it's our fortune to host Maharaj here for a program. Maharaj is here especially for a book launch. Maharaj has written a book. All his lectures that he has given on Vrindavan all these years, all have been put down in the form of book. Maharaj will personally also speak about it. I'll request devotees at the end, Maharaj will personally sign these copies. Those who want to take the copies, Maharaj's personal autograph will also be available. So please kindly come forward later after the class. Thank you very much. Hare.
That was the class. Now we'll have kirtan.
One more. Those who जिसको हिंदी में प्रवचन सुनना है उसका हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन 107.5 FM पे हो रहा है, तो आप उसको अपने मोबाइल पे सुन सकते हैं. 107.5 FM हिंदी क्लास इंग्लिश में हो.
I can speak Hindi if you want. Toda toda. Oma gyan timidandasya gyanan ganash lakaya chaksu militam jena tasmaya si gudave namaha. Shri Chaitanya manobhisnam stapitam jena bhutale swayam rupa kadamayam dadanti svapadanti. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. So welcome everyone, and I thank all of you very much for the nice reception that you gave us, and I was extremely elated and pleased to see everyone chanting and dancing so nicely to this Yuga Dharma. Kali Kali Nam Murit Krishna Avatar. Actually, in this age of Kali, Kaviraj Goswami describes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that this is the incarnation of Krishna in the form of his holy name, by which all of us can achieve perfection. We ourselves, my team of 10 devotees, we've come from Vrindavan, which is our home base, and we're hoping one day, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that it will be our eternal residence. We very much enjoy the atmosphere there, but we've come to this great city of Pune and your congregation to encourage all of you in the future to visit Vrindavan from time to time, as well as one day to again eternally live in Vrindavan, because anything and everything we do is aiming at that purpose. Srila Prabhupada has written very nicely about Braj, about Vrindavan in Krishna book, which is a summary study of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He writes, Vrindavan is such a nice place. Flowers are always blooming, and there are even various kinds of decorated deer. Birds are chirping, peacocks are crowing and dancing, and bees are humming. The cuckoos there sing nicely in 5 kinds of tunes. Krishna, the reservoir of pleasure, blowing his flute, accompanied by his elder brother Balaram and other cowherd boys and cows, entered the beautiful forest of Vrindavan to enjoy the atmosphere. So just like in the Christian tradition from where I'm coming from, the West, followers are encouraged to go to Bethlehem, where they say that Jesus appeared. And in Islam, the followers are encouraged to visit Mecca. So in Krishna consciousness, all followers are encouraged to visit Braj from time to time. In the Hari Bhakti Vilas, one of our very important scriptures, Hari Bhakti Vilas, we hear, quote, one who says to Krishna with feeling from his heart, Krishna, I belong to you, and who joyfully travels to holy places related to the Supreme Lord, is to be considered a fully surrendered soul. Let's recite that together. Please repeat after me. Krishna, Krishna, I belong to you. I belong to you. And who joyfully travels to holy places related to the Supreme Lord, is to be considered a fully surrendered soul. So if we say this prayer with feeling from our heart, this is Bhakti. This is Krishna consciousness. Our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, he almost made it mandatory that we as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ultimately Divine couple Radha and Krishna, we visit Vrindavan as often as possible. For us Westerners, it's quite a challenge, but for you good people in Pune and Mumbai and Hyderabad and Bangalore, it's just a stone's throw away, and we can't be so busy that, we can't go to that divine abode. In Srimad Bhagavatam 5:13-8, Prabhupada encourages us, all of us. One must go to the Vrindavan forest and take shelter of Govinda. That will make you happy. There you go. We're pleasure-seeking entities, aren't we? We're all looking for pleasure, but pleasure is chanchala in this word. It's fleeting. It's here today, it's gone tomorrow. The Prabhupada said one must go to the Vrindavan forest. Not just watch online, see it on Zoom, catch it on WhatsApp. We must go to the Vrindavan forest and take shelter of Govinda. That will make one happy. He goes on, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is therefore constructing a Krishna Balaram temple to invite its members as well as outsiders to come and live peacefully in a spiritual atmosphere. That will help one become elevated to the transcendental world to return home back to Godhead. What an invitation. People invite someone over to their house to play cards or chess or something, and some exchange of words and some foodstuffs or something. But Prabhupada's inviting us to Vrindavan. What will be the result of that invitation? That will help one become elevated to the transcendental world and return back home, back to Godhead, just by going on parikrama, just by buying, a ticket on Spice Air. They paid me 100 rupees to mention their name. So you can fly on Spice Air. Indigo, they gave me 50 rupees. Hare Krishna. Now, a devotee might wonder, because this is Bharat. What does Bharat mean? Some scholars say Bharat, this great country of India, was named after this great soul, Bharat. He was a king in ancient days, and he was a Rajrishi. He's a good organizer, a good king, but he was also Rishi, he was also sadhu. Much like your Mr. or President Modi. He was sadhu before he was politician. So Rajrishi. And so the country is named after him. Bharat in Sanskrit also means light. Light. Perhaps referring to the fact that this is a subtropical country, but no. Bharat means the light of transcendental knowledge. This is the beauty of this country. And that is India's gift to the world, because the world is bereft of transcendental knowledge to the depth that we have here in India with the Vedas and the Puranas and the Itihasas and the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. Any question you have about spiritual life can be answered to your full satisfaction. That's Bharat. Perfect questions, perfect answers. And this knowledge, this wisdom, it can solve the problems of the world. It's been described as a panacea. It can solve the problems of the whole world to some extent by living a Vedic way of life, or simple living with high thinking. Life's not so bad. It'll still be bad, but not so bad. But it's a panacea, because once you graduate from this university of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, once you become a pure devotee, then you go back home, back to Godhead. And Lord Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita, having once returned, you never take birth again. You never take birth again. So this way of life, this philosophy, we are preaching all over the world. And you should know that the world is embracing this because people are suffering. Kali Yuga gets worse and worse, which turns into, you do the math, people suffer more and more. And in their suffering, they turn to God, a good percentage of them. And when they come in contact with this Krishna conscious movement, which actually gives a description of God in detail, they're amazed. And when they chant his sweet holy names, they can experience Krishna dancing on the tip of their tongue. When they give up their sinful activities like meat eating and they taste Bhagavat Prasadam, they become intoxicated and they become devotees. Just in Ukraine alone, I've been preaching in Ukraine for many years, there's about 25,000 initiated devotees. Many countries are like that. People are suffering, so they need relief, and the relief comes in the form of Krishna consciousness. I just came back from China. I traveled for a good month and a half in China, and people were just drinking the nectar of Krishna consciousness because in that country, with all due respect, there's no concept of God. It's a communist country. They're atheistic. They don't believe in a supreme personality of Godhead. It's very hard to lecture to people about a supreme being, about God. They say, what God? But when they meet devotees and we preach the simple philosophy of Krishna consciousness to them, they get an understanding of a supreme being, and they can revive that dormant relationship they have with God. We may forget God, but God will never forget us. So this whole movement is to revive the dormant spirit of love of God in people's hearts. That's what's missing in that country. China is a powerful nation, quite well organized, quite clean, but bereft of any spirituality. But every living being is a spirit soul. We are not these bodies. We are spirit souls. And we're seeking spiritual pleasure. So you can just imagine, we're creating a kind of revolution there. For the first time in their lives, in a godless civilization, they're experiencing their deeper spiritual nature. Just by a simple Bhagavad Gita class and a kirtan like we just had. You were dancing in ecstasy, but in China, when we have kirtans like that, everyone cries. I'm not exaggerating. You can ask my team. They cry because for the first time they're experiencing something of who they really are, their self, as eternal servants of God. And when they taste prasadam, because it's said that a Chinaman will eat anything that flies in the air except an airplane. He'll eat anything that floats in the sea except a boat. So their diet is not very conducive to self-realization. But when they get nice samosas, and kachoris, and rabri, and rasmalai, and jalebis, they cry. Chanting, dancing, and feasting. This is the simple, it's almost so simple you might just pass it by, the message. But it's made for us in Kali Yuga because we're simple people actually, compared to our ancestors, your forefathers, the great rishis and sages of this country. So this is a simple formula for us, and it's working all over the world. So in my lectures around the world, I've been traveling the world for 52 years, since I was 19. Now I'm an old man, 75. I visited most countries in the world. And I'm telling everyone about Bharat, and I'm telling everyone about Vrindavan, the glory of India, about Vrindavan, because Vrindavan, when Lord comes to this material creation, he can pick any universe he wants. It appears that he always picks the earth planet. The Das avatars always come here. We don't hear about them elsewhere. We don't even hear about them in any other part of this planet. they always come to India. This is your glory. You're blessed. The Lord is Yogapith, as Ram, as Krishna, Matsya, Kurma. This earth planet is blessed, and this continent is especially blessed. But Krishna's avatari. There's many avatars, as many as there are waves in the ocean, the Bhagavad Purana says. But what is the source of all those avatars? Avatari, Swayam Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So when he comes, that's something really big. That's something really special. And he appeared only 5,000 years ago, not far from here, in Mathura. That's his Janmabhumi. That's his place. His lotus feet stood there. But because of the evil Kamps, he had to leave because Kamps wanted to kill the 8th child of his sister Devaki. So Krishna switched to Gokul. And Kamsa was sending many demons to Gokul, so Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they switched over to Nandagram, and Radha appeared over at Raval and went to Varshana. It's a whole other pastime. So therefore the sages, they describe Vrindavan as the playground of Krishna. In Vaikuntha, the Lord is worshipped in awe and reverence. Sir, yes, sir. Master and servant. Very important to establish that relationship. But one can go further. One can go to Goloka, where you can become friends with Krishna. You can become a lover of Krishna. Krishna can become your child, parenthood, the sweet nature of Braj. So that's the topmost planet in the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. And it exists here on the earth because when Krishna came, he came with all of Goloka here to your India, to couple thousand kilometers away. He came there with Vrindavan. One might actually wonder, why of all the holy places in India does Prabhupada invite us specifically to visit that little village of Braj? Why not go to Prayag? Why not go to Sri Rangam, to Rishikesh, Tirupati? Of course we do. Many times in my life I've been to those holy places. But Prabhupada says Vrindavan, Vrindavan, Vrindavan. Why specifically Vrindavan? Because Krishna appeared there. And he performed many pastimes for a long, very, very long time. It's his playground. Krishna's not working. Does Krishna have to work? He deputes the administration of this material creation to the devatas. Krishna doesn't have to work. He plays, he has sports in Vrindavan with his devotees. He's the supreme enjoyer. So of course, some persons may question that upon arriving in Vrindavan nowadays, have you been there recently? It's very crowded. It's so crowded, even on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can't even walk down the street. So many people are coming to Vrindavan now. I complained the other day. There's too many people. And one person said, well, it's our fault. ISKCON's been advertising Vrindavan all over the planet. What do you expect? So I had to become very humble and accept the fact. But you might also see garbage there. You see pigs. You see overflowing sewers. There's rickshawallas are pulling on your coat, more money, more money, more money, more money. Loud noise, all the ashrams, they want to advertise their ashram as the best, so they turn it up to the highest decibel possible, all through the night. You try to sleep. So, what's going on? I said Vrindavan's the spiritual world. Well, one time, Prabhupada was giving darshan at the Radha Damodar temple, maybe 1971, and he was describing that verse that I wrote, that verse I spoke from the Krishna book about how the peacock or the cuckoos sing in 5 different type tunes, the bees are humming and the birds are singing, and a very beautiful description. Prabhupada was describing Vrindavan to the disciples. one boy was kind of a doubting Thomas. He was kind of looking around and frowning. So Prabhupada asked for questions. And the boy raised his hand. He said, Srila Prabhupada, you're describing Vrindavan in such a pristine, beautiful, poetic way. The Jamuna's flowing and Giriraj is there and the deer. And he said, but when I look around, I just see pigs and rickshaw wallas and garbage and flowing sewers. What's wrong? I don't see it like you're describing. So Prabhupada said, that's because there's a speck in your eye. So the boy was wearing glasses. Anyway. Prabhupada said, no. The speck in your eye is your desire for material enjoyment. Premanjane churati bhakti vilochanena. Only when the eyes are purified by the process of devotional service, we rein in the senses. We engage the senses in Krishna's service. We purify them. He said, then you'll see Vrindavan as it is. He said, because even now, Krishna's pastimes are taking place. Prakat means that when the Lord comes, even the common man can see his pastimes. But apakat, he never leaves Braj, because Braj is his eternal home. It may appear he's gone back to the spiritual world, but he's eternally in both abodes, Golok and Gokul. Even today, all the pastimes we're hearing about in our Bhagavatam classes and from our Acharyas, they're still going on. Krishna doesn't leave Vrindavan, but they're unmanifest pastimes. They're spiritual pastimes. And you can't see what is spiritual unless you have spiritual vision. You can't see the spiritual pastimes of the Lord with your material eyes. You have to purify your vision. Then you'll see those pastimes as they are. So the boys say, well, how do I get rid of that speck in my eye? Prabhupada said, very simple. You chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now, although there's Vrindavan in the spiritual world and there's Vrindavan in the material world, actually there's no difference between the two. In the spiritual world it's called Goloka, and here in the material world, in India, near Delhi, on the way to Agra, it's called Gokul. There's no difference between Goloka and Gokula. There's a slight difference. Would you like to know what it is? Slightly. And that is that in the material world, when Krishna appears, the demons come and try to attack Krishna and kill Krishna. Of course, he kills them all, but there's demons, asuras, who come and attack Krishna. But in the spiritual world, there's no demons. There's no demons. But there's rumors the demons are coming. It's a slight difference. Here there's demons who try to attack the Lord. But there's no difference between Gokul and Goloka. So there's demons here, but there's no demons there. But there's rumors. You know how rumors are? Did you hear? No. Don't tell anyone. Okay. Did you know? Rumors spread quickly. So in the spiritual world, Purnamasi, who arranges all of Krishna's pastimes, she starts a rumor. Aghasura is coming. And the Brajabasis, they become, oh no, Aghasura is coming, oh no, Krishna, help! And the dependence on Krishna and their love for Krishna grows exponentially. That's the effect of a rumor. Rumors here, they have, bad results, but rumors there, if anyone thinks, oh, Krishna, Krishna, help, help. So they become more dependent on Krishna. And when the demon doesn't come, they figure Krishna arranged it, so their love increases. The only difference, that's the only Prabhupada point, that's the only difference between Goloka and Gokula. There are demons here, not there, but there's rumors. Now, Goloka Vrindavan's the topmost planet in the spiritual world. So one might wonder, how did it come here? If it's the topmost planet, there's this Viraj river which divides the material creation, not just this universe, but this material creation from the spiritual. It's a vast river. It's very far away. Because from the pores of Mahavishnu are emanating millions upon billions and trillions of universes. So the creation is very large. And if you cross into Vaikuntha, there's unlimited spiritual planets with different forms of the Lord who all have their loving devotees. Topmost, way at the top, there's Goloka. So how did Goloka come down from all the Vaikuntha planets, pass by the Viraj river, and there's like so many godzillion, for want of another word, universes. How did he come to this universe? And in this universe, there's so many planets. How did he come to this planet? And there's 7 continents. Why did he come to this continent? Why did he appear in UP? He has his reasons. How did this all happen? This is history. If people want to study history, my brother was a history major. He got a master's in history. People are fascinated by the history. For us, history just repeats itself. Birth, disease, old age, and death. Birth, disease, old age, and death. Birth, disease. This is the history of the living entity. Brahmanda Brahmati Konya Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasad Pai Bhakti Light Beat. Since we fell from grace, since we fell from the spiritual world, what have we been doing? What's our history? Kaviraj Goswami says we've been traveling from Brahmanda, from one universe to the next, curious to find some happiness, some fun, some joy, but slap, slap, slap. From one species of life to the next, one body to the next. But somehow, by the causeless mercy of the Lord, either the Lord or the spiritual master intervenes and says, stop this nonsense. Chant Hare Krishna, become serious, use your human form of life properly. Go home, go back home, back to the spiritual world. So how is it that Vrindavan, you should run to Vrindavan tomorrow. You've been separated from either Goloka or Gokula for billions and billions and billions and billions of lives. In 3 days, all the bhaktas in Pune should be just arriving. What are you guys doing here? Well, Indradyumna Maharaj came to Pune and he told us we all had to go to Vrindavan because it's the topmost place in this creation and we can become Krishna conscious. So how did it get here? Well, it's described in Garga Samhita and in Krishna book that 5,000 years ago there was a lot of problems on the earth planet, so Brahma went to Krishna and asked him to come and rectify the situation. So Krishna said, yes, you know the story. But Krishna didn't want to come alone because he's always with his eternal consort. One name for Radharani is Anapayini. She's never separated from Krishna. Anapayini. So Krishna said to Radharani, this is bona fide, Garga Samhita, my dear Radhe, please come to me for my appearance in Dwapara Yuga. Come to the earth planet, come to Bharat. You please come with me. Through time, they become dust. And actually, it's one of the 5 personalities who grant entrance into Vrindavan, like Gopishwara Mahadev, the Jamuna River, Purnamasi, Govardhan Hill. These are personalities who allow you to come and spend some time there and eventually eternally reside there. So when you go next time, you don't have a person who will fulfill your desires. Like beggars, aren't we? We don't have any spiritual assets, so we're begging for mercy. And when you get there, what do? Well, I'll just leave you with a very simple reply to that question. My godbrother Shyamasundar Prabhu, He went with Srila Prabhupada in the very early days of the movement. I think the first group of dancing white elephants. That's what we were called, dancing white elephants. When they entered Vrindavan, Shyamasundar looked around and he said, Prabhupada, what do I do here? I follow this instruction, holy places. I've made a big endeavor over the last 5 years to go out and discover as many of them as I can. I just want to, discover, because each one is unique. There's a different pastime with different devotees and different rasas. There's a different mood. It's just so sweet, It's like you have a plate of, Bengali sweets, sandesh, burfi, rasmalai. You just like one. So Vrindavan's like that in a transcendental way. So I've been doing that quite seriously in a methodical way over the years. And when I find the information from authorized Shastra and realized souls there, I write it down, and then I give a lecture on it. The pandemic, for me, was a silver lining in this dark cloud. You hear that term sometimes. It's a dark cloud, it's horrible, but there's a silver lining. Something good comes from it. So when the pandemic came, I was in Vrindavan, and I was planning to continue my preaching around the world. I've been traveling for 53 years around the world, 3 days in one place only. That's a Vedic conjunction. A sannyasi can only stay 3 days in one place. I'm only staying a day and a half here. 3 days. You can imagine, my whole life, I sleep in a different bed every night. I take a meal in a different house every night. I'm on a different train, a plane. Even I've gone with mules and donkeys places. There's so many. But when the pandemic came, Radharani shut the door, and I was in a little apartment in Vrindavan. I couldn't leave the country. All the planes were canceled. And I've been traveling in Kirtan, Haribol, Nidago. Didn't have too much time to study. Suddenly I'm locked in this room. There's this whole library of books, all of Prabhupada's books, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Prabodhananda Saraswati, Jiva Goswami. I said, okay, thank you, Krishna. I started reading them. And with the research I'd done in all the holy places, I put it together. I began giving lectures, online, of course, called the Glories of Vrindavan Dham, and we started uploading them to my YouTube channel, Indradyumna Swami, and we've compiled 465 lectures only about Vrindavan. So it's a wealth of knowledge. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just like the gatekeeper. I'm just taking it and putting it in a way that people can understand and relish. And so my students decided to start printing those lectures. Over time, we have a plan over the next 10 years to print 25 volumes, transcriptions of those lectures with photos about the holy places. So we started, this is the first book. I brought it here to Pune. The series is called A Traveling Monk in Sacred Places. And this is, the first volume is called The Sacred Forest of Vrindavan, Western Bank of the Jamuna. Because there's a certain amount of forest on the western bank of the Jamuna and so many on the eastern bank. So we didn't want to make it too voluminous, the first book. This is like maybe the first 20 lectures I gave out of 400. And my disciples, edited them for easy reading, proofread them, and then here you have it. All the description of so many of the main holy places in Vrindavan. Like I was going to say, if you can't go to Vrindavan, you can hear about Vrindavan. You can make your home Vrindavan. Like Bhaktivedanta Thakur said one time. He wrote, one day I woke up and saw my house had become Goloka Vrindavan. You can practice Krishna consciousness at home and make your home like Vrindavan. This book will help you because all the pastimes are here. With your family, you can read them. I've almost exhausted the pastimes, believe it or not. I know they're unlimited, but what our Goswamis have given us and Prabhupada has given us, it's taken me 4 years to cover most of them. I have a little way to go, but any pastime that you'd like to know about, any holy place, you'll find in this book. And you can read it in the privacy of your home. And what's more, when you go to Vrindavan, you can take this book, and it will be a guidebook for you. Oh, let's go to Radhakund. Well, what do we know about Radhakund? Let's open up the monk and traveling places, sacred forests. It's either in the western bank or the eastern bank. We'll find Radhakund, and you can read extensively. I write extensively about each place. Let's go to Govardhan Hill. Okay, open up the book. 10 pages about Govardhan. As you do Parikrama, you can read it. Let's go to Varshana. 2 chapters just on Varshana. And beautiful photography here. In the privacy of your home, you can meditate on Vrindavan. So, books are very important because we have our audio, we have our YouTube. Every Friday I'm still uploading. Nourish your, and it has to be watered to grow. So how does the seed of love grow? By hearing and chanting about Krishna. And which Krishna? Krishna in Vrindavan. He has many expansions, okay, but Krishna in Vrindavan. So here's your Parikrama guidebook in its best form, and so much information, a wealth of information. I even read this book myself. Because when you get old, your memory is not as good as it was before. So I said that? So after the little lecture here, we'll have another, can I have time for another kirtan? Okay. The next kirtan will go to 4 o'clock in the morning. I know you're working people, and I have to give class tomorrow someplace.
8.
Huh? 8 o'clock I'm giving class at the main temple. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm giving a few programs here anyway. But I'll sit here after our next kirtan, and we have a big box of books. I think we have about 100 books here. And someone gave me a Mont Blanc pen. It's like a really expensive pen. Sannyasis don't generally have that kind of stuff, but I kept it. So anyone who takes a book, I'd be happy to make a little dedication. And my signature here, so you can have a signature to the author. I'm really nobody, but I got this service. And I'm very happy to serve the devotees in this way. So if you'd like to get this book and learn more about Vrindavan and use it as a Parikrama guide when you go to Vrindavan, please come forward afterwards. We'll put the box here and I'll sign till my hand gets tired. The books, okay? Rasika, where are you? Yeah, so you have the books? So you can bring them here. And then after the kirtan, I'll sign books. We don't want to go too late because people have to go home, you know. Okay? So should we have a short kirtan? Shri Brajabhumi Shri Vrindavan Dhama ki, Shri Shri Radhasham Sundar ki, Srila Prabhupada, the revealer of the Dham ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Nam Prabhu ki. Repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whoa! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Open. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Oh Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Radhe Shyam, Vrindavan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh! Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. 2, 3, 4. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Oh, Jai Shri Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Thank you.
Hare Krishna, devotees can sit down, and those who want to take the books and Maharaj's autograph on it, please come on the right side of Maharaj, please. And those who are supposed to
Speak in the local language.
Hare Krishna, and those who are supposed to get the Granthamrit certificates can wait till last, and then Maharaj will personally give out those Granthamrit certificates.
Hindi.
Hare Krishna, some of you already bought the books outside. So and we gave the books to you. I request you to come here and form a line. Maharaj will sign the books for you. And those of you who want the books, we are selling the books here.
हरे कृष्णा, जिन्होंने बुक्स बाहर लिए हैं, बाहर खरीद के रखी हैं, वो कृपया करके महाराज के राइट साइड में लाइन, महाराज के राइट साइड में लाइन बनेगा. राइट साइड से आइए प्लीज, राइट साइड से आइए. अपने पास एक बुक आपके पास होना चाहिए. राइट साइड से आइए. सब एक लाइन में बनेगा. सब एक लाइन से आइए. राइट साइड से आइए, महाराज के राइट साइड से. हरे कृष्ण. जिनको भी ग्रंथामृत सर्टिफिकेट्स मिलने हैं, वो कृपया करके आखिरी तक रुके. महाराज के हाथ से आपको सर्टिफिकेट्स दिए जाएंगे. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, can we form one line for signing? Which one, Maharaj? I can help. We want one line. Hare Krishna, we request devotees to form one line in front of Maharaj for signing. Those of you who have the books, kindly form one line. Maharaj will sign. Maharaj is right, we have the line here. But then this blocks the selling here. Please form one line.
Krishna, जो जिनके पास भी ऑटोग्राफ के लिए बुक्स हैं वो कृपया करके महाराज के लेफ्ट में आ जाइए. प्लीज कम ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड, कम ऑन द लेफ्ट. सब लोग हरि बोलिए, जगह खाली.